Welcome to Life episode 15. In today's episode, we've got animation around tobacco and dopamine from the Menzies School of Health Research in the Ncie. We've got James Bridges, who has been part of the Park Warrior session, who's decided to run some of his own. We've got a great recipe with sweet and sour chicken. And on our Old Ways, New Ways program, we've got kayak fishing session. A couple of guys, a couple of girls. We had a great day. We ended up covering about 5K on the water. It was very tired bodies.
So my dad grounded me. I haven't even been smoking that long. I know smoking is bad, but it can't be that bad because he smokes too.
Lillian, I'm home. Children learn from those they admire. What are you teaching them?
What are you doing? Where'd you get that from?
Quit for yourself, quit for your family, quit for life.
Up now, we've got James Bridges, who's been part of our Park Warrior program, who's decided to take ownership of a new one and start his own program. Hi guys, welcome to the Life App interview. Today we have James Bridges.
I'm James, I'm 18 years old, recently finished high school. I'm a Gamilaroi man, born up on the coast, up near Port Macquarie, Crescent Head.
How have you sort of come into this program and made it your own?
So after HSC, I got into a bit of a rut where I wanted to just sit around and vegetate in front of a computer screen or a TV screen and just go through all my games, even though I finished them. I saw that I had a lot of friends who, they wanted to work out, so I thought at the time, I could start doing this and get them up and going as well, just to get them out of the house and doing these, just cardio workouts. I want to get them all fit, so when we play sport, we're all not by, 10-15 minute mark.
So based on a couple of answers that you've given us from the Life app, we've gone through your diet. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
My diet is not fantastic. It's quite horrid actually. I eat probably too much bread, or I'm not eating enough food half the time, and that's like the inconsistency sort of leads in with sleep patterns and being tired most of the time. On the overall scale of all factors of health, I did pretty poorly, and it was because of sleep and general nutrition and diet.
Looking at some people in your life, so maybe Ben or myself or some other fit people that are ridiculously good looking, what's some things that they do to keep on top of their nutrition and to actually sleep more than 4 to 3 hours a night?
I guess it comes back to, just eating healthy and thinking of what you're going to buy instead of just going for the easy, quick, rubbish stuff that's, it's cheap and you look at it and it's like, oh, that looks really nice, I'm going to get that. But, your greens and your veggies and your fruits, as turned off as I may be for those things, but I should probably follow that diet better.
What's something in particular that you may have discovered nutrition-wise in the Timbrel Park Warrior morning sessions? Comes in a certain box.
Oh yeah. When I started doing the Friday morning Park Warrior sessions, where we do a lap of the bay run, Josh brought breakfast for us to eat, and it was healthy breakfast, and it's a cereal called Just Right. And at first I was like, no.
Well, what turned you off it looking at it?
It was probably just the grapes. Halfway down the cereal, I was like, oh, this stuff is amazing. So I'm just gonna, have this bowl and then another bowl.
And then another bowl.
And then another bowl. And then I finished the packet. And after that, went home and went and bought myself a packet. So that's my breakfast now these days. So a massive improvement to what I was having before, which was pretty much, 2 slices of Nutella on toast.
Which is delicious, by the way.
It's amazing and it tastes nice.
Devil's treat.
But it's terrible, especially because I was only having 2 pieces. It wasn't filling me up. It was just, temporary sugar hit.
So I remember maybe
3 or 4 months back when we initially started this last year, you did the Life app, and one of your goals was to become a fitter and stronger performer for the dance trip that you're a part of.
It has definitely improved, I think. It makes doing the different dances a lot easier. Within the dance troupe, I'd like to think I'm leading the younger boys to get out of, bad habits with their diets and what they choose to do in their life. Thanks to all these park warrior sessions, asthma is subtly going away.
What's your sort of next couple of goals or things you want to achieve?
I'm going to prioritize the sleep.
Wise choice.
I've been sleeping, I think, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I've been sleeping probably, 8 to 10 hours, which is a massive improvement on the 3 to 4 that I was doing weeks back. But I'm going to try and not only improve that, but also improve my diet, what foods I'm going to buy. Try not to, buy as much chocolatey loveliness, M&Ms and pods. Like, they taste nice and it's great, but it's vegetation food. That's what you eat when you sit down and you're just watching TV. It's horrible.
Yeah, I think if you cut out the pods, the M&Ms and the Nutella, you actually might be able to beat me in a 7K run. Yeah, maybe. So again, you've been riding, you rode today. How many other times during the week would you say you access your bike?
Almost every day a week I'm riding to and from Ashfield, and that's about 10Ks. Yeah, I'm using it maybe 2 or 3 times a day, every day a week. I haven't paid anything for the bike, no. Apart from the replacement tire.
So you've had the bike for about a month, 2 months now, and
Yep.
You've only had to spend
$10.
$10 on it?
Yep.
Have you ever been a smoker?
No, never smoked. I've had, my mum's a smoker.
What about those brothers of yours?
They don't smoke. I never took up smoking because I was an asthmatic, and I'd seen the way it affects people. Just the addiction and the cost in general, $10 a pack. It's like
$10 a pack. Would
it's
it
expensive.
alarm you to know that it's around $20 a pack these days?
It would alarm me to know
So,
that. That's 2 bike tires right there. So,
yeah.
If only everybody could just give it up all at once and send the tobacco companies packing.
Do you think that you have a role in your community and your household to sort of initiate those conversations around tobacco use?
I do. I know I've tried many different methods, talking to my mum or even preventing her from smoking. I know she's trying to give up and it's hard because she's a long-term smoker. It always comes back to the same thing, where the person who smokes, because they have that addiction, they get really defensive about it.
Do you think maybe the way that you initiate that conversation or maybe some of the dialogue you use affects their response? And
I know I don't really come into the conversation subtly. I know I can't. I sort of, kick down a door, guns blazing, why are you smoking? Why are you doing this? It's horrible. You can't just, cut it cold turkey. It doesn't work like that.
it is sort of a sad thing to remember that tobacco use is one of the biggest causes of death, like preventable causes of death in our Indigenous communities. So I think we all have a role in engaging those conversations. What's the last few things that you're going to take away from doing the app again?
Apart from just, fixing my diet and getting healthier foods and sleeping more, I guess there's not really that much to improve. Like, there's always stuff to improve, but...
Thanks, James, for meeting with us, showing your Park Warrior and getting a couple of your mates down. Obviously doing something right. They're still running around, kicking
Playing
the footy
footy.
and getting fit.
Yep.
So thanks again. Hopefully I'll catch up with you in a couple months.
Yep.
And not
Absolutely.
tomorrow. Forget where I live. Stop following me home. Cheers.
Are you the smoker in the family? Do you know how concerned your loved ones are for you? How many times have you told them you'll quit? Do you realise how important you are to them? Remember, traditional smoke heals. Tobacco smoke kills.
Your habit affects more people than just you. Quit for yourself, quit for family, quit for life.
Up now we've got an animation around tobacco. These guys are the Menzies School of Health Research in the NT, have done a great job at targeting a message to the kids.
Our brain is a very important part of us. It helps us make decisions that keep us strong, healthy and happy. When we do things that are healthy for our body and mind, the brain makes a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine makes our brain feel good, and that makes us feel good. That's why when we eat healthy food, we feel good. That's why when we do exercise, we feel good. And that's why when we learn something new, we feel good. Dopamine rewards the brain for making healthy and smart choices. Choices that help us feel good and survive. But there are also unhealthy things we can do that feed dopamine in the brain. Smoking cigarettes is one of them. When you smoke a cigarette, the brain makes a lot more dopamine, more than it needs. This can make you feel real good for a short time. It may even help you concentrate, give you more energy, and make you feel happy. But if you smoke cigarettes for a long time, the brain starts to think it needs even more dopamine to make you feel good. This means you want to keep smoking, and only another cigarette will make you feel better. This is how you get addicted to cigarettes. And cigarettes can make you sick, real sick. They can even kill you. Addiction is a powerful thing. It can take over the brain and force you to make unhealthy decisions. That's why we need to help our brain make healthy decisions and be happy without being tricked by drugs like in cigarettes. But the brain needs your help. There are lots of ways the brain can remember how to be happy without cigarettes. Things like nicotine patches, exercise, and eating a healthy food all help the brain beat addiction because they help the brain make dopamine without the use of cigarettes, alcohol, or other drugs. Beating addiction is one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do. You'll have to keep making hard choices every single day. And that may mean you have to stay away from places and people that make you want to smoke, even if they are your mates or family. It can take a long time to give up unhealthy addictions, but in the end, you and your brain will be happier and stronger. You have the choice to beat addiction.
You just got home, you're going to the gym. Yeah, I wanted to go too. At 7? Yeah, that key max class. What are you doing in Mum's bag? You better not be looking for her smokes.
Your habit affects more people than just you. Quit for yourself, quit for family, quit for life.
Up next we've got the Old Ways, New Ways program. This week they headed out in the harbour in Sydney and got some kayak fishing in and did a lot of paddling along the way. The Old Ways, New Ways program travels country. When we travel country, that includes our waterways. In the fishing kayaks, not only do we get to catch our lunch, but we also get to navigate our country using the old ways. Finding our mittens so we know what food's around, tracking our carvings so we know where to fish, what we're going to catch, and what's appropriate. culture is strong and always surviving in country. Land can't be sung for thousands of years to be undone by a city. Sydney holds plenty of these secret little spots in the heart of the city. So come down to a live program soon and check it out for yourself.
Are you smoking around that baby again? What's wrong with you? You should know better than that.
Your habit affects more people than just you. Quit for yourself, quit for family, quit for life.
Up now for the healthy recipe, we've got a sweet and sour chicken on rice. This is a great meal that you can cook for a night and you can have the leftovers next day for lunch. Today we are making a delicious sweet and sour chicken. You will need 600 grams of chicken thigh fillets. The skinless chicken thigh fillets are awesome. Look at all those green traffic lights. Chicken is a great source of protein and contains lots of vitamins. You will also need 3/4 of a large tin of pineapple pieces. Look for the ones in the natural juice. We have found an excellent example here with all green traffic lights and not too much sugar. 1.5 packets of chicken noodle soup. Some soups can contain quite a high salt content. This variety is quite great. The veggies you will need: 1.5 onions, full of vitamin C, 1.5 carrots, great source of vitamin A, 3/4 of a green capsicum and 1.5 zucchinis, both of which have plenty of vitamin A and C to go around. You will also need 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 3 tablespoons of vinegar, a tablespoon of soy sauce, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Chop the chicken thighs into bite-sized portions and trim the fat. Peel, slice, and chop your veggies. Heat the oil in a frying pan and brown the onion and chicken. Now it's time to add the pineapple pieces, the vinegar, soy sauce, veggies, and soup mix. Bring it all to a boil, cover, and simmer for about an hour. Serve this delicious sweet and sour chicken with rice, and this recipe will easily feed 6.
Okay, Ian, is there anything else?
Yeah, I'll get a packet of my regular smokes too, please.
That's $23.20.
Well, I've only got $22.
$23.20.
How much does smoking really cost you? Quit for yourself, quit for family, quit for life.
That's all we have time for today. Thank you for joining us. If you have any more questions or comments about today's episode or anything you'd like to see on the future programs, please let us know.